um, that's basically it. I want you guys to know the complete source of information of where I'm getting this stuff. It's about 80% research that I've done for the past 10 years and about 20% visions that I've had that I was shown by these people that live in a higher dimension. So I know a lot of you guys aren't going to believe it, and that's entirely up to you. But again, I just want to say to my friends and family in LA, please, just get out of there, please. Why do you want to stay in a place that is on a sand pile in between two huge plates that are going to move? Why? Why do you want to die in a landslide? Why? Anyway, you guys, when this pole shift happens starting in January until June of next year, you got to be off the coast. You got to be away from the coast and away from every fault line and away from the edges of the tectonic plates. My plan is to get away from the coast by October of this year. That's my plan, and I want you all to know what I've seen so that you can decide for yourself whether you want to make preparations for yourself and your family. Whatever you decide, you will live on. I mean, whether you die in a catastrophe, you'll be born again. Everyone is. The soul doesn't die. So you make your own choices. But I feel that it's my duty to tell you what I've seen. I believe that these angels want me to tell you because they've shown me for a reason, and I think that they want me to tell you. So that's what I'm doing. I would like to form a survival group on the Western Appalachians. So if you live on the East Coast anywhere and you're interested in forming a survival group, let's do it. 3 more things. A couple of nights ago, I was shown what I thought was a fireball crossing the sky from south to north, but I had the vision again the next night, and it was more clear. And the angel that showed me raised her arms up to the sky in a way that I recognized meant the sun. And then immediately I knew that she was telling me that the sun is going to rise in the south after this pole shift. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is that last night I had another vision, and this angel came to me and was working very hard to communicate with me, and I don't know if I got the whole message. I had forgotten to tell you this before. I did have this vision. I was shown this vision earlier, and I just forgot to say something, and this angel came to me last night and told me to say, well, I guess that he's telling me that I should tell you this. A lot of the angels have been pointing to the eastern horizon up in the sky, and I don't know why I ignored it. I just didn't think there was anything there. But then last night, this angel was very, very specific. He pointed up in the sky toward the eastern horizon, which is, well, it was either the east or the northeast, I'm not sure, but he pointed up in the sky, and then I don't know astronomy, but he was marking these latitude lines across the sky, and he started at the horizon, and he did 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of latitude, I think it was, up in the sky from the eastern horizon. And so I think that this object that he was pointing at is somewhere in the eastern, northeastern sky at the third or fourth parallel, I think. I don't know if that's what you call it. And then the next thing that he did was he had this shoestring that he was holding in his two hands, and he was winding it around or swinging it around, and then he was pulling it really tight so that it would, I think he was trying to show me that when you swing a shoestring around or a jump rope, it goes when it's in its wide circle, it's moving slowly. And then if you pull it tighter and tighter, the smaller the circle gets, the faster it goes. And I think that's what he was trying to say about this object, because I have heard that theory before, that this object is moves around the sun like that, where it's moving slowly at the outset and then it moves very quickly at the inset. I've heard that theory before, so that makes sense to me. So I really think he wanted me to share that with you, so I'm telling you that. And also that this object is going to cross or appear to pass by Earth going from east to west. He was trying to tell me a few other things. I don't know what it was, but he was waving his right arm from east to west, which I thought meant that the object was going to travel over the Earth's sky from east to west. But then at the same time he was doing that, he was pushing his left arm in the opposite direction. And he kept doing that over and over again, like that was really significant somehow, but I'll just let you figure that out if you can. I thought about it a little bit, and I just have no clue what that meant. Maybe it has something to do with the sun. I don't know. I really sensed that he was trying to show me two different motions, or several different motions that were all coinciding somehow. The other thing, and this isn't part of my visions, but it's just something that I've been thinking on the side, that when this major event happens in Los Angeles, which I believe that it will happen, and I believe that it will happen before the other events. I'm a fan of Michio Kaku, however, he is part of the establishment, and I think there's a reason why he's giving us these solar warnings. I think they're planning to cut the power, and I think they possibly will cut the power right when the Los Angeles landslide happens, so that no one knows about it, basically. I can't even imagine how the world would react to this. So that's not one of my visions, but it's just an idea that I've thought of, and so I hope that you all will at least prepare yourselves for a power outage that could happen this year before these other things happen. Peace out.